working on my next whip. I think the name of this kit is Northern Night. Not sure about it, but I would like to have this design as a companion piece for Aurora. As you remember, there is same sky, well, not the same, similar sky, but the other kit is very popular and I've seen it many times. That's why I started this one first. And I started on my birthday, I think last year or year before, I can't remember now even. And I would like to finish it in 2022. So let's see how much I will have crosses on this one. And this is my progress for the Northern Night. And sorry for the old tissues around the Q-snap. I didn't see it before, but yeah, I need to make video at least once a week, so you can remember me. This is again the picture of the preview, and as you can see, I completed the left corner. I wanted to stitch for just maybe a day or a few hours. I could not stop for a few days. I think 3 days I stitched this design, but I did not wanna put it down because it was so interesting, and I'm happy I did not wash this fabric. I will show you after this video my finish from Dimensions coming home for the holidays, and you will see exactly the same gray Ada. And in my case with coming home for the holidays, I washed the fabric with a softener, and I guess I add a little bit more softener than I should, but this fabric I did not wash, I did not pre-wash, and I would not recommend you to do that. Otherwise you will have such a soft fabric, it will be uncomfortable to stitch, it will be impossible to make neat stitches, and trust me, this is worse than unwashed fabric, because here at least I can try to make better stitches than on soft fabric. Very quickly I want to show you the amount of threads I still have, and as you can see there are lots of threads and lots of additional piles of threads. And I think, because I have some experience with kits made in China, especially newer designs after 2012, they give you lots of threads, but you also use lots of them. And I'm just happy to to hold them, to touch them. It's such a great feeling when the kit is almost new. And to me it's kind of new because it's very little amount of stitches, but it's also almost quarter of the design. I want to show you closer so you will see my progress better. And it was such an interesting experience stitching this design. First of all, I'm not a big fan of horizontal stitches. I like horizontal or vertical. Yeah, horizontal, because I have to stitch like this, and I usually stitch up and down because here the imitation of water, you have to stitch it's different kind of blue threads, and you have to change them, and you have to stitch them row by row. Yeah, I like the result, I like the process, and also I add some back stitch because I don't like to leave it for later. Otherwise you will complete your design and you're like, okay, I'm done. But no, you're not done. You have to spend another week of just back stitching, and guys, don't do that, because you will never finish your design as fast as you will try to do your back stitch as you go. Just my little advice, if you need one. If you feel comfortable to do your back stitch at the very end, you are free to do that, because I've heard many times cross stitchers used to stitch back stitch as they go, and I was doing this at the very end, and I was okay. But then when I try it the way I do it now, I like it much better. Again, I will show you as closer my crosses as possible. I don't know if the camera will give you the right look of them, but sometimes crosses are very neat and the light come in different direction and you don't see them the way you're supposed to see. I'm happy with the progress, and again, this is my potential finish for 2022. I can't believe we have almost December, and yeah, we need to hurry up to stitch our designs because I buy faster than I stitch, it's for sure. So the key, if you're interested, I did copy, because in some designs they put the key on the other side and it's so uncomfortable to do it. Or maybe it's original one. No, I guess it's original one. I usually do copy, but yeah, I confused with another design. No, this is the original copy, and it's not too many colors for this design, and I think it will be easy stitch. Only you will have to pay attention on the right corner where is lots of backstitch, but it's very easy to do it. Just again, if you will do it as you go, you will have it. You will have fun. Lots of backstitch if you look closer. And the sky is very interesting to stitch because it's not like you stitch non-stop. You have some stitches, one color, another color, and it's very easy. I'm sure that this work on the sky will be quite interesting, but I will let you know when I will be stitching. I also like these pinks, so girly colors. And yeah, who knows, maybe one day I will stitch another kit for this design. Aurora Boreas. Yeah. So let me clean the table and I'm gonna show you my other design. Hello again, and this is the best feeling, trust me. This is the top of the top. When I show on my channel finished Dimensions Golg, trust me, I'm mega happy because this is big amount of work, and to finish Dimensions kit you always have special mood, you always feel you achieve something, even it's not that difficult stitch, it's not. But to me, I love Dimensions Golg finishes. I love them in my collection. And yeah, my husband said, oh, it's just another kit, but whatever. It's not like before, he like, oh, he was happy for me and stuff like that. Now he's like, okay, another one. And yeah, so I want to show you closer the preview. Maybe I miss something, sometimes I miss some French knots or back stitch or whatever, or maybe you stitch it before and you will find some mistakes, or you will find some forgotten back stitch and you will let me know, but I triple check it a few times, I don't know. And here it is. First of all, I did not iron this piece properly because, again, of the soft fabric, and the iron here in Kiev I have, it's not as professional as the one I have in Zaporozhye, and it's very hard to do anything. I understand when people asking me, like I can show you picture before and after iron, and it's like completely two different pieces, different shapes. And people asking me how you do it. I now understand why they're asking me, because I don't have my professional iron with me. And yes, guys, I'm so happy, so happy. And I'll show you piece by piece. But firstly, I just want to talk about this design a little bit. Not too many colors I was using, and there are some leftovers I'm also gonna show you. It seems like very little threads left, but it's okay. You know, when I finished parrot tulips, I had so many threads left, and now I still miss that feelings when just black threads I'm using still from that kit for my mirabilias, for some primitives. You know, black threads for me are black. It doesn't matter which company produced them, but there is slight difference in between, let's say, dimensions made in China, dimensions made in United States. Dimensions made in United States, the threads are darker and thinner. Threads from Chinese kits, they're thicker, and the color is not as deep as others. Also, if you compare these threads to DMC, they're thicker. So if you want to have better coverage, you use these dimensions, black, and DMC also darker than this one. This is black, but not as black as DMC or American threads. So very little. I'm very disappointed. I'm joking, guys. And some threads also, I thought I will have lots of leftovers, but not. Like this color, you should see at the very beginning it was a lot. I can't believe I used so much in such a small kit. They're all gone. And this red, I thought I was running out, and I think I told you, but I just lost it, and I found in my mirabilia box. One day I found this, like, oh, here where you are. But maybe it fell somewhere, and I just put it in a mirabilia box, and I did not realize it. And then I was stitching this kit using my leftover threads, and then I found it. So all threads for this kit I have enough, so everything is okay, everything is fine. This one also, a very little one, but maybe I will use it in some dimensions petites. Sometimes I can't find a kit, and on eBay it's super expensive, and my girlfriends will give me their leftovers and their charts from original kits, and I can just add my threads and have it done. Some kits impossible even to buy. So sometimes we exchange with girls who, let's say I finish some rare design, I can pass it to someone, or I buy leftovers from people I don't know, and I just add my threads, which here I will have probably enough, complete at least 1.5 kit. But again, every thread for this kit I had enough, nothing missing, everything is fine, and I don't think it's necessary to go through every thread. As I said, it's all enough. Like this one is an additional piles. And just in case if you don't know, if you look at the organizer, the amount of lines here equals the amount of threads you will have. Let's say here was 3, 4, 5, 11, so 3 left, and yeah, maybe less than 3. Oh yeah, this one is moving, so it was on my organizer. Stuff like that. You don't need lots of leftovers, because we all have lots of kits. Well, most of us, we have lots of kits, and yeah. Now it will go to my box of leftovers, and we'll see. Maybe I will use them in some Dimensions kits, maybe in Mirabilia. I don't rush to buy any new threads. If I have, let's say, brown color, I will go to my box, and I have DMC card, and I will check. Maybe some colors are very close. No need to buy a new skein because I have to wait then. You know, this is the worst part. I have to go to post office. I have to pay for the delivery. And obviously when you buy one skein of DMC, you always will add something else. Always. So yeah, in this case, I'm trying to be more careful, and I just had that experience with my Mirabilia. So I'm really happy to have leftovers, because you never know, you might gonna use them. Some people just throwing them away. I don't. And because the chart was from 2 pieces, the only problem I had with chart when I put it together and I did not match, because I probably put it like this, you know, not straight to each other, or I did not pay really good attention. Even I know this could happen with me many times. And yeah, try to stitch from both sides. If you have a chart 2-4 pieces, or it's on one side then another part on another side, try not to break the thread. Let's say you have some gray colors here and gray colors here, and the border is coming right here. So for you to fix this thread and then to fix again and start this cross the same color, it's easier when you just start stitching to another page. Otherwise you can have visual border and it won't look nice, and you will have to spend more time. This is again just in case if you're new to cross stitch. If you experience cross stitcher, of course you know all that stuff. The other thing, if you look on the house here on the roof, there is a line, black line stitched with back. You have to do it with a one back stitch with one thread of black back stitching. And when you do back stitching, it doesn't look right. It doesn't like smooth line. It still doesn't look like smooth line, because you do it over half stitches and you do it on Ada. It will be another story on fabric, let's say linen or even beef or whatever. But in my case, I had to do coaching. So somewhere I did coaching, somewhere I did back stitch. Also there is a cording here, and trust me, I was struggling to stitch coaching. Maybe I forgot. Sometimes threads doesn't lay proper way, and it doesn't look like it's coaching. It look like whatever, I don't know which word to say, but it did not look right. I had to restitch it. Even it's first dimensions. First design I actually finished at night. I maybe don't have enough time now to stitch during daytime, or I was so excited to finish big design for the past year, because you know I've lost 2 possible finishes, and they were supposed to be done by now, and I was really working hard on them, and I wanted to finish something big. I'm not happy when I just have small finishers. They are cute, they are nice, you feel you achieve something, but when you finish big design, it's a completely different feeling for you. And I was missing that feeling, and that's why maybe all things happen together in one moment. I even stitch more than I supposed to, but I was so overwhelmed that I could not go and sleep. I was thinking which design to start next, or not start, which design to continue next, because I already had a start on my birthday, and or I did not have. I forgot when I finished this design, guys. So weird. I think I finished it after my birthday. Yeah, so previously I started one design on my birthday because it was like bonus for me. I always start something new on my birthday lately. And yeah, I needed something to stitch, and that's why I chose Northern Night, because I felt that time that I have to give some attention to that kit, and I was really feeling I want to stitch it. So I will show you this work a little bit closer, so you can see some details, and maybe you will enjoy it watching with me, because I love seeing details on cross stitch. I don't like to see it from far. And the most difficult thing is to make picture of big designs, because it's always hard. It's so easy to make it on a smaller ones, so easy. And also you see I add letter L in 2021 in case after a few years I will forget when I was stitching it. And yeah, back stitch here is very easy. It's very interesting, few colors, and look at this cording. It's not supposed to be this way. It's very poor work, and I tried to redo it. Still won't be the same as I used to do. And yeah. I even remember which videos I was watching when I was finishing this design. You know, very weird feeling. Every single time I'm stitching Dimensions, I'm thinking about stitching Mirabilia. Every single time I'm stitching Mirabilia, I'm thinking about stitching Dimensions. It's... Do you have it? Because I don't think it's right. You see some back stitch, it's not really visible, but it gives special effect, and the house looks like house. Some crosses I need to iron this work proper, because they're not laying as they're supposed to be. Usually I do it after I wash it and I iron. The tree was quite interesting to back stitch. I had fun. I enjoyed. This design compared to others, not difficult at all. And there is another companion piece I would like to stitch, slide right, yes, but I don't know when, because next year I don't think I will allow myself to start something big, but you never know. Well, I don't plan it, because I just counted. I have, with my 2 new starts, one I will show you today, another one I will show you in my other video. I have 22 whips, and 2 of them they will be well, I hope, I'm not saying they will, but they're potential finishes in 2021. The others, or they just started, or I have 10 crosses. The others I have maybe quarter stitch, but nothing I could finish right now. If I want to have another finish, I have to start something small and finish it before 2021. Would I like to do that? I don't know. I'm not running after the number of cross stitch I make. I always like to choose design which is talking to me, if you could say that, or I wanted to start, or sometimes I don't understand why I'm starting stitching something really like exactly this design. It was not like in my wish list to start. I just felt I want something for the holidays, and this design came into my hands. Even I have better designs I would like to stitch on my wall, but yeah, I have my top wish list of designs I would like to start, but there are some days I just don't feel I want to start them. It's exactly the same with every company. Let's say Mirabilia, I have my top wish list. I don't even touch them. Even some of them I already kitted up, and I don't know. So let me show you another start, and I planned that start because my follower from Ukraine, she gifted me this design. She was watching every single of my video, and she said, I know you dream about this kit. And when she sent me, I was like shocked because I probably told you this story many times, that I wanted this design for some time, and I bought another one, the River of the Valley Back, I guess the name of the design, and they look similar, not similar, they look like companion pieces, but I always wanted this one because of this pink tree, I guess, and maybe of the geese, or I don't know. So this design is by artwork of James Lee. Previous Coming Home for the Holidays was after Nikki Boyme. Nikki Boyme, quite famous artist, they're using in Dimensions kits, and the kit Coming Home for the Holidays was reprinted in 2014. There is a kit made earlier in United States, and they reprinted it again. So I think they reprinted that kit a few times at least. And the latest reprint, I prefer more because of the better quality of the fabric. And chart, I prefer old one because it's only one page, and because even the reprint I had, it's not glare. Now they do it glare, and when you stitch under the light, it's not comfortable for your eyes. So this design was made in 2000. This is how old this design, and fabric here, trust me, after using Chinese Aida, using this one, guys, it's completely different story. I felt like I'm cutting butter while I was stitching. And this is how much I stitched, but it wasn't all on my birthday. First of all, because I had to sort all my threads. It was all in one, no, it was 4 not skeins, how you call it. Well, you know, Dimensions kit, older one, you have to sort your threads, so it was unsorted. And I did, what do you call it? Bundle, yes, I forgot. It was in 4 bundles, and you had to sort it by colors. I did a big mistake. Don't do it like I did, because I put symbols first, and then I realized, for example, 14 to 3, it's used in 3 kinds of blends, so it's 3 symbols. You use it in cross stitch, you use it in half stitch, you use it in half stitch with 1 thread, you use it with half stitch with 2 threads. It's way too many symbols, and it's better just to sort your threads by colors, by numbers. And then when you create a blend, either you use another additional organizer, and it will be easy to find for you 14 223. Otherwise you will be like looking where it is, and that's why I put number of the color, because look, it's used in one blend, it's used in another blend, it's used in another blend. Where else it's used? Well, many colors like that. It's just one simple example. This is half stitch. I mean, there are lots of threads you use in different kind of stitches, and I spent so much time to understand what the heck going on in my case. Why I did it, because I probably did not sort threads for a while, and I did not want to use pack organizer, because I knew that this is just my start for my birthday. Okay, I started, I stitched, and one thing I wanna tell you about this design, the key is normal, nothing different, but the back stitch, it's a little bit different. It's very rare when you will see it in Dimensions kit, so be very careful if you have some Dimensions kits with this kind of instruction. So as you can see, 2 the same colors for back stitch, the same thickness, but one is using in doorway, head and fishing pole, another one is the rest of the design. Same with the gray, not a gray, with the red thick line. using a geese, and the rest in other areas. So I stitch it, and then I like, let me check where I am on a picture, because I usually start from the center, and I checked and I can't find where I am, because first of all, if you look at the mountain, preview is so old, it's changed the colors, but where is my black stitches, as you can see? And guess what, I did mistake. It's supposed to be green, dark green. So wait a second, yeah, so I started somewhere here, I stitched a little bit of purple, and this is where I supposed to be with my black stitches, and they're not black, they are dark green, because symbol for this dark green exactly the same when Dimensions usually use for black, and automatically I use it for black again. I have to remove all the stitches. It's not a problem. It's very quick. Trust me, all this work was done in few hours, and I'm fine to just remove it, put it back the right color. Otherwise, it will look a little bit weird. And this is my start. It will be stitched really fast, because here probably 70, maybe 65-70% of half stitches, and older kids, they're much easier than new ones. I just need to find time in the future for this design. Everything is easy, and it looks so pretty when it's done. I can't wait to see the result. I'm excited. What else? I think that's it for today, because I want to edit this video and upload it maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm also traveling. I will come back in 1-2 days. I'm excited to show you another my start, because I want to stitch it non-stop like all other designs right now. The less I have time, the more I want to stitch, and it makes me happy when I have desire to stitch. It's, you know, it's worse than you have the whole day to stitch and you do everything but not stitching. This is the worst feeling. It means you have to make yourself tired, so you sit on a couch or you sit on your cross stitch spot and you stitch non-stop. But sometimes you're too tired, you can't even look at the cross stitch because you can't even think about it. So you have to have harmony. I'm glad I have my mood for stitching back. Well, I did not lose it ever, but before New Year's you all want to stitch as much as possible, and also the weather outside is not as good as before, so nobody calling you, let's go sit outside having coffee or whatever, and you have more time to stitch. And I hope you have lots of progress done, and let me know what you're stitching. I will be interested to read your comments. And actually, thank you very much for all your feedback. I was shocked how many comments I received last time. Well, I just want to share with you about my thoughts about things with me going on. Now I have now it's the worst part, to clean up everything, because I was using Daniel's room for a video. He was doing his work, homework with Paul. I can't help him with the French or English. Paul is better person for it, and the rest I do with him. Trust me, lots of time. I'm happy now the way he is progressing. He is way better than he was before, and he has more time to, well, before, when he has additional classes with tutors, you know, after school he has another school actually, yes, it was too much for him. Now he has more time to think about his homework, and he actually liked to do that better. So it was amazing decision, and it takes my time, but I like it. I teach him how to read in Russian when we were in the United States, and I never thought he will ever use it, but I want him to read in Russian, and I hate teaching someone, especially reading or anything, and when I'm in process, when I'm doing it, I realize that I like to see the result of my work, if you can say that. Now I see I help him with languages, with Russian, with Ukrainian, with other languages. I'm stronger, and I see he trying to understand what I want from him, and it makes me so happy. This is the best feeling. Again, I don't like to do that. I don't like teaching people. I don't like, but when you see the result, it motivates you to do it again. And I hope it will work for us in the future, and he will catch up, because obviously he is not as good in Ukrainian language as other kids. In Russian he is fine, but he always confuses letters, and it's hard when you don't grow up in this society where people talking in both languages since they're born. And yeah, well, we all have our weak side and strong side, but yeah, we're gonna work on it. And it's easier now than 2 weeks ago, much easier. I can spend more time talking to him and teaching and listening to him than at the very beginning, and I'm more relaxed now. So I think that's it for today. I plan to bring my light from Zaporozhye and make some videos in front of the camera, because I know it's better to talk to you and show my face. Yeah, so see you till next time. Bye bye guys, bye bye.